I wanted to show you guys how I crimp large gauge, 4 gauge, 0 gauge, 2 gauge, 8 gauge power wire or ground wire for car audio. And the best way to do it is with a hydraulic crimper. So first, I'm going to strip back this wire with some scissors, and then I just kind of bend the wire or bend the insulation until it breaks away. Sometimes it takes a little long, but eventually you get there. I recommend using a high quality power wire, a ground wire for your system. As you can tell, like if you pull the insulation back, it has a lot of strands here. It's a true 4 gauge. If you end up buying a cheap one, like, hey, why is this one $30? This one's $80. That's the reason why, because you get less strands in there. Plus, this is a OFC, which is the oxygen-free copper wire. It just it conducts electricity a lot better. So, all right. So here's the ring here. Twist your wires together and push the ring onto it. Make sure you get all the wires in there. As you can tell, I cut it too long, so it should be a half an inch or so. So I cut it down, and it shouldn't stick out too much past the opening of the hole there. So as you hold this ring in your hand with the hydraulic crimper, it's kind of hard to hold. It is definitely a big tool. So, but put your finger on the top of the ring like so, like I'm doing there. Turn to the on position, and this die right here is for 4 gauge crimping. It says right on it 4 gauge. There's also 2 gauge, 0 gauge, and all that. So put it inside and hold it there with your hand, and the other hand start pumping away until it gets pretty tight to where the wire's not going to come out. And then use both your hands and crimp until you can't crimp anymore. So go ahead and turn the dial to the off position to release the dies. And this connection will never come off. It's basically, you'll have to cut it off in order to get it off there. This tool is from Harbor Freight, and it's 66150 is the item number. Make sure to always bring your coupons with you for Harbor Freight. I think it's like $50 with a coupon, 25% off. So it also comes with these, like I said before, these other dies: 0 gauge, 2 gauge, 4 gauge, 8 gauge. I think it goes all the way to like 16 gauge if I'm correct, but it definitely has enough for car audio. The major ones in car audio are 0, 2, 4, and 8 for the most part. Unless you go to Walmart, you get a 6 gauge. They make it look like a 4 gauge, but they're selling you a cheap kit. So if you want to take it one step further, you can solder this connection inside. So use your drill gun as a little stand or a vice grip, and use a blowtorch and basically put the torch right above where the wire's coming out of, and throw some solder onto it, and make sure you do it until the solder drops into the wire. As you notice here, it's still on top. It's still on top. Just keep heating it up until you see the actual solder drop into the wire there. And there it goes. It dropped in. So I'm just adding some more. You might notice the insulation get a little like melted a little bit. It's no big deal. And once you're done, wait a few seconds before you touch the ring, because it's going to be hot, obviously. And then go ahead and put the sleeve over it to make it look nice. Any kind of ring like this that's open, you can use that solder technique on. If it's a closed ring, obviously you can't do it. So, of course, here's your dress up for the amp wire. And that thing will never come undone. You'll never have an issue. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you liked the video.